Imagine walking into your doctor's office, describing the symptoms that have been stealing your energy, disrupting your sleep, and changing the way you feel about yourself, only to be told it's just stress or you're getting older. For millions of women around the world, this is the reality of menopause. But here's the shocking truth. Even in the 21st century, many doctors receive less than a few hours of formal training on menopause throughout their entire medical education. That gap in knowledge, it can cost women years of unnecessary suffering. Menopause is not a single event. It's a transition, a biological shift that can take years, sometimes more than a decade. It usually begins with perimenopause, a stage where hormone levels start to fluctuate unpredictably. During this time, women might experience hot flashes, brain fog, mood swings, weight gain, or sleep disturbances. Some have symptoms so subtle they don't even recognize what's happening until it becomes overwhelming. Here's the surprising part. According to a study in the Journal of Women's Health, more than 75% of women say they felt unprepared for menopause. Even worse, almost half of them reported that their healthcare providers offered little or no information about what to expect. Why does this happen? It's not because doctors don't care, it's because our medical system hasn't made menopause a priority. In most medical schools, reproductive health education focuses heavily on fertility, pregnancy, and childbirth, while the later stages of a woman's hormonal life receive minimal attention. When menopause symptoms go unrecognized, they can be misdiagnosed as anxiety, depression, thyroid problems, or even early dementia. This leads to unnecessary treatments and medications, while the root cause hormonal changes remains untreated. For example, research from the British Menopause Society shows that women experiencing severe symptoms are 8 times more likely to leave their jobs early, retire prematurely, or reduce their working hours. This isn't just a personal struggle, it's an economic one, with billions lost each year in productivity. The lack of awareness among healthcare providers doesn't just cause discomfort, it can put lives at risk. Estrogen, for instance, plays a key role in protecting bone density and cardiovascular health. When levels drop sharply during menopause, the risks for osteoporosis and heart disease rise dramatically. Yet without proper counseling or treatment, many women only discover this after serious health problems have already developed. Here's the good news. We know what works. Studies show that when women receive clear, evidence-based guidance early in their menopause journey, their symptoms can be managed more effectively, their quality of life improves, and long-term health risks are reduced. But for that to happen, we need to bridge the gap between what women are experiencing and what doctors are prepared to address. In the last 2 decades, science has begun to uncover just how complex and important the menopause transition really is. This is not simply the end of periods. It's a full-body transformation driven by the decline of 2 key hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen is more than just a reproductive hormone. It influences over 400 different functions in the body, from regulating body temperature, to maintaining healthy brain chemistry, to protecting your bones and heart. Progesterone plays a critical role in mood regulation, sleep quality, and overall hormonal balance. When both of these drop, the ripple effects touch almost every system in your body. Neuroscientists have found that estrogen interacts directly with brain cells, enhancing memory and cognitive function. During perimenopause, as estrogen levels begin to fluctuate, brain scans show noticeable changes in areas linked to memory and emotional regulation. This is why so many women report brain fog, trouble focusing, or forgetfulness symptoms that are often dismissed as stress or aging. A groundbreaking study from Weill Cornell Medicine demonstrated that hormone changes during menopause could cause measurable shifts in brain structure, but these changes are not necessarily permanent. With the right lifestyle, nutrition, and in some cases hormone therapy, many of these effects can be improved. The decline in estrogen after menopause is the single biggest risk factor for osteoporosis. Research from the National Osteoporosis Foundation shows that women can lose up to 20% of their bone density in the first 5 to 7 years after menopause. Weak bones mean a much higher risk of fractures, which can dramatically affect independence and quality of life. Estrogen also helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels and flexible blood vessels. When it disappears, the risk of cardiovascular disease rises sharply. In fact, heart disease becomes the #1 cause of death for postmenopausal women. That's why many experts now recommend that women start heart health prevention strategies before menopause is complete. One of the most debated and misunderstood treatments is hormone replacement therapy, HRT. While past studies created fear about its safety, more recent, large-scale research has shown that for many healthy women under 60, HRT can provide significant benefits when started early in the menopause transition. It can reduce hot flashes, improve sleep, preserve bone density, and even lower the risk of certain chronic diseases. However, HRT is not for everyone. The decision should be personalized, based on each woman's health history, family history, and specific symptoms. And this is exactly where informed doctors make the difference, because the right guidance can transform the menopause experience. If the science is so clear, why do so many women still struggle to get proper care? The answer lies in the gap between research and real-world medical practice. Many doctors simply don't receive the training or resources they need to apply the latest findings, and as a result, women are left to figure it out themselves. If menopause affects half of the population, why are so many women still told, "It's just part of getting older," or "You'll get through it"? The truth is that most medical schools dedicate very little time, often less than 2 hours in the entire curriculum, to menopause education. This means that unless a doctor chooses to specialize in women's health, they may never be trained to recognize the full range of symptoms, let alone the most effective treatment options. In many countries, menopause care is not standardized. There are no universal screening programs, and many healthcare systems focus on reproductive health during the childbearing years, but not after. The irony? Women now live a third, sometimes even half of their lives in a postmenopausal state. A British medical journal survey found that more than 70% of women felt their doctor was not prepared to guide them through menopause. The most common complaints: their symptoms were minimized, misdiagnosed as depression or anxiety, or dismissed altogether. This lack of recognition can lead to years of unnecessary suffering and preventable health problems. Hot flashes are well known, but there are more than 30 other symptoms linked to menopause. These include joint pain, tinnitus, dry eyes, gum problems, tingling skin, digestive changes, and even heart palpitations. Because these symptoms affect so many different systems, they are often treated in isolation, without connecting them back to hormonal change. For example, a woman might be referred to a cardiologist for palpitations, an ophthalmologist for dry eyes, and a neurologist for tingling, all without anyone considering that falling estrogen could be the underlying cause. Here's the good news. Awareness is growing. In recent years, more doctors have started seeking additional training in menopause care, and organizations like the North American Menopause Society now provide certifications for healthcare providers who meet specific standards of knowledge. But women don't have to wait for the system to catch up. By learning the science, tracking symptoms, and asking the right questions, you can guide your doctor towards better care or find one who truly understands. The first step is knowing that you have options, and that suffering in silence is never the answer. Now that you know why the system often fails women, it's time to shift the focus to you. Because with the right tools, strategies, and support, you can not only manage menopause, you can thrive during it. The moment you realize that your symptoms are not random, that they have a name, a cause, and solutions, something changes. You shift from feeling powerless to feeling informed. And informed women make better decisions for their health. The first thing every woman should do is track her symptoms. Write them down. Keep a journal or use an app to record when symptoms appear, how severe they are, and what might be triggering them. This gives you evidence you can share with your doctor, and it helps you spot patterns over time. Menopause is driven by hormonal shifts, mainly the decline in estrogen and progesterone. These hormones affect everything from bone density to mood regulation. By understanding how these changes impact your body, you can make targeted choices like adjusting your nutrition, exercise, and sleep. Scientific studies show that strength training twice a week can help maintain bone density. Omega-3 fatty acids can support brain health. And mindfulness-based practices, such as meditation, have been shown to reduce the severity of hot flashes by lowering stress hormone levels. You don't have to do this alone. Seek out healthcare providers who understand menopause, whether that's a gynecologist, endocrinologist, or a certified menopause practitioner. Surround yourself with friends, online communities, and resources that validate your experience. And remember, you are not being difficult or overreacting by asking for better care. You are advocating for your health, and that's something to be proud of. If one approach doesn't work, try another. Hormone therapy, herbal supplements, lifestyle changes, the path is not one size fits all. The key is to stay curious, informed, and persistent. If you found this video valuable, imagine what we can discover together. At the Midlife Balance Institute, we create high-quality, research-based content designed to help women like you navigate this chapter with confidence. So, if you want more science-backed strategies, real-life solutions, and a community that understands exactly what you're going through, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss the next episode that could make all the difference in your journey. Because menopause is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter, and you deserve to write it on your own terms.